Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the IVG channel. Today we're going to be streaming PES 2021 season update. This game just came out. Uh, as you might be aware, this is not actually a brand new game. It's actually an update to PES 2020. So, what is it an update and what's new? Well, not much is new. Let's just walk through some of the teams and that'll give you a good idea. So, PES 2020 was a decent game, pretty good game for fans especially. So, in order for Konami to focus all their energies on next year's next gen game, this year's game is only an update to last year's game. So, and that pretty much means just a few licenses here and there and a few visual tweaks to the UI. So, as you might already know, the Premier League isn't licensed fully in PES. In fact, it isn't licensed at all. The only teams you will find which are licensed in the game are Arsenal, which, as you can see, um, is the proper emblem and everything. I believe, I'm not sure if they've updated the licenses, but there was an update out just today, as well as a live update. And the other team is Man United, which as you can see here, also I'm not sure if they've got the license updated. But for the others, you can just see the names. I mean, I'm sure the squads do have real players, but as you can see, this it's just fake names, fake emblems, which of course, if you know anything about PES, you know that you can easily remedy all this by just an option file, which you can just transfer all the legit team kits, the team logos, the team names, the stadium names, all of that just through some through a USB update to your PS4 or PC. It's not available. Option files aren't supported on the Xbox versions, unfortunately. So, in terms of leagues, the J League, of course, is there. Bunch of European leagues, the smaller leagues are there. So the ones that aren't there, the English Premier League as well as the First Division. French league is licensed. Serie A and Serie B is licensed. In fact, Serie A doesn't have. There are some teams missing, which I'll show you in a bit. Serie B is the only. So Serie B is exclusive to PES, so you won't find this. The Dutch league, Portuguese league, Russian league, Scottish Premier League, all of these. So Spanish league again, not licensed, but you do have couple of teams, I believe. There's Barcelona for sure. I think there's another team. Let me see. I believe Valencia was one of the. I guess not. Yeah, I think so. It's just Barcelona from Spain this time around. Again, second division, not licensed. So this is, I believe, the other leagues, if I'm not mistaken. And this is PES's. Okay, this is the other league. So there's a bunch of teams from other leagues that the leagues themselves aren't present in the game, and of course you can, like you might see Bayer Leverkusen here. Bayern Munich is licensed also. But what you can do with the option file is you can actually add the entire Bundesliga as well. So you have the entire German first division. Some prominent names here, Panathinaikos, for example. Schalke is another licensed German team here. Like a lot of your Champions League clubs that you might see often, they are here in the other league section. This game also has the official license to the AFC Champions League, which is of course the Asian Club Championship, but also the UEFA Euro 2020, which was postponed to next year, but they still have the license. So you will see a lot of licensed national teams. In fact, all the teams that are participating in that tournament are fully licensed here. Sorry, I'll just show you guys the Italian league thing. So what's new this time around is there are a few Italian Serie A teams which are not licensed. Now the smaller one, of course, has Brescia, which is not licensed for some reason. I don't know why, but Brescia has a license. But the big ones, Juventus, of course, is exclusive to PES. It's not in FIFA at all. But this time around, a big loss for PES is the two Milan teams. So Milan, as you can see, there is Milano RN. This is the emblem it's got in the game. Again, you will see the official players and all of that, but you won't see the kits. You won't see the team names. Even I believe Lombardia. Yeah, Lombardia is the name for Inter in this game. Again, all the players are here. The emblem is and the kits aren't. And the biggest thing, especially for Italian football fans, is along with losing these two teams, PES also loses their stadium, which is the iconic San Siro. So that's a big loss, I believe. What they have got, though, this time around is they've got the official exclusive license to Roma. So Roma will be only present in PES this time around, and with that also comes Roma's home stadium, which is the Stadio Olimpico. So let's kind of jump into a match. As you can see, if you played PES 2020, the UI colors have changed, the background colors have changed. If the home screen looked black and white, it was because I've got the Juventus theme set up for that. This is again just an update on the live update that kind of tweaks the stats for the players. Me being a UA fan, I gotta pick UA. Let's do this. I'm gonna tweak the difficulty to top player. Yeah. That's good. Gameplay. So if you might notice there's no music playing, that's just so I don't get a copyright strike. The game does have new music this time around. It's licensed music, so I don't want to leave that in because I don't want a copyright strike on this video. As you can see, the clubs do have the new strips. It's already been updated. Of course, Barcelona and Juventus are both partner clubs for PES, so you would expect them to have all those updates in there. Look at this one. Look at the strips. Yeah, Juve has the home, the away. They haven't got the third kit yet, which is the orange and black one. But you do it does have this retro kit, which came with the Juventus edition of the game. So this wouldn't be there for all players, I believe. But yeah, so the away kit hasn't been added yet. As for Barcelona, home kit, away kit only. I don't think they haven't got the third kit either. So let's go with both the home kits for this one. Sounds good. Stadium. Looks good. As you can see, Messi has got an update to his looks, so he doesn't have that beard anymore. Alright, this squad looks pretty good. Oh wait, I might just swap in Chiellini instead of Bonucci. Got to. There we go. So as this loads, I can just kind of talk you through a bit more of the changes this time around. There's no changes to the gameplay whatsoever. We actually did an interview with the Konami team, and they did say that don't expect any tweaks to the gameplay or to the commentary or to any of the game modes. The one thing that they've added is in the Master League.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid.
I'm going to let this play out for the first time.
The folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town. And the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too. And all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. The stands here, the curva, as the locals call them, make for quite an impressive sight. All in support of the grand old lady of the Italian game.
So yeah, for the clubs that they've officially partnered with, you'll see a lot of detail in there.
Looking forward to seeing this.
The stadiums are
Capacity crowd
detailed.
here.
Well, on
The
the face of it,
kits.
Peter, we would
You'll
appear
see
to have
commentary
a
specific to the
high-caliber
team.
meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want from a top-level keeper. Great shot.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Nah,
And so we have the first set piece of the game.
Ooh. Wow.
And this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition now, when a player of his calibre can open up the scoring so fantastically. It could be a very long match for that defence to prevent a recurrence.
And he's produced a beauty.
So none of this has changed. None of the celebrations. Although they've added a few new ones, like Antoine Griezmann's got that confetti celebration of his in the game now, and a few others like that, but nothing major.
Nelson Semedo. Messi. Nelson Semedo.
So this is on top player difficulty, which is not the most difficult one.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oops.
It's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on.
I usually play on
Very
Superstar when I get into Master League, but just because this is the first game. And Superstar is also not the highest. Above that there's Legendary, which I don't think you unlock off the bat.
Hoists it forward. Barcelona are experts at this stylish possession-based game.
Well, we're talking tiki-taka. A lot of short, crisp passing, and once the ball is lost, they quickly try to win it back.
He goes long. That intervention was very necessary. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Has a goal!
Ooh.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
All the time and space.
Alexandro. And it's Cuadrado. Gets away from his opponent. Timely intervention.
Should have taken the shot.
PK.
Yeah, Ronaldo still has his ponytail,
and
which
it's
he's
1-0.
chopped off.
He's made sure that that won't get through. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Dybala.
Oh, offside.
Vidal. Arthur. Messi.
Yeah, Arthur's still at Barcelona though.
No, that's not the ball he wanted.
Guessing Pjanic is still at Juve.
And it's Dybala. Dybala goes long.
Ooh.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Alexandro delivers. Douglas Costa. And here's Dybala.
Paulo Dybala really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And Dybala! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Ramsey. Rabiot. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Arthur did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nelson Semedo. And it's Messi. Alexandro battles to win it back. Quadrado. He's picked him out. Face to face. Has a pop! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
I thought he did so well to exploit the space that was afforded to him, man. Deserved more.
Corner. No.
Bentancur. Juventus are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Quadrado is charging up on the overlap. Goes for it! Forward it goes. Chance to break. Longley. Messi. Arthur. And here's Griezmann. Griezmann! He's pulled off a fine save.
Griezmann sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal.
Should have been 3.
Game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Juventus leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway. That has been the crucial difference. Ramsey. De Ligt. Rabiot. Ramsey's had a shot! And it's Griezmann. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Oh,
Here comes the corner. Ronaldo displaying his defensive capabilities there. That's no strike. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Chesney pulls off a sensational save. Dybala. Now the counter. Bentancur. And here's Douglas Costa. Dybala finds himself offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. And it's Messi.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Dybala plays it out to the wing. Rabiot. Alexandro. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. And here's Douglas Costa. Quadrado. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Ronaldo stands over the ball. He'll be looking to dink one in.
And remember, Peter, that first...
Up to meet it! Oh, not the best of headers. Jordi Alba drives it forward. Now it's Luis Suarez. A good challenge, stood up well against his man. And it's Messi. Hoists it high. Griezmann looks to play him in. It's a minor communications breakdown. Chiellini. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Just brushed off the ball there.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Now can he finish? Ronaldo opts to play it back. Ramsey played out to the right. Defending was strong and firm.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And it's played forward.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads.
It's Luis Suarez! Should have equalised.
Suarez appears to be absolutely seething with himself after squandering the chance to equalise.
Alexandro. Into the last 5 minutes. Juventus need to hold on for a few more moments. Piqué gets it back.
Juventus can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Piqué. Arthur plays it forward. Messi.
Oh.
Ramsey. Deep into stoppage time. And that is that. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it came down to just the odd goal.
So as you can see, even the menu colors have changed this time around, but yeah, gameplay wise nothing really has changed at all in this game. Now I'm just gonna jump right into Master League, since that's pretty much. So I did start a career before, so I'm just gonna go through a new one so you guys can see what it's all about. So as always in the Master League, you can choose what kind of lineup you want. You can either pick a team that already has the full lineup, the real world lineup, or you can kind of begin with Master League original lineup, which is basically no name players, kind of just about amateurs almost. So you start a division and a club to begin with. So since Juventus is my end goal, I'm going to start in the Serie B and then work my way up. That's what I usually do. So it's going to pick one of these teams. So since I'm going to choose Juventus, let's Venice. What I'm going to do, let me see. Choose Perugia. Let's go with Perugia. So what's new this time around is there are 3 new coaches in the Master League. As you can see, Pep Guardiola, Pep Guardiola. For some reason, they have him with hair in this game, which is bizarre. The other 2 are Ryan Giggs and Frank Lampard, and the other ones all have been in the past: Cruyff, Maradona, Romario. I'm gonna go with a no-name, like a original guy. So let's go with Hedges. No. Let's go with D-Lane. D-Lane is fine. Transfer frequency normal. So this is all about. So obviously part of the game is signing new players and negotiations, and all of that is a big part of it. Gonna keep all of this at normal. Salary, annual, top player, 10 minutes. Yen, no. Let's make it euros. Done. So for those of you who are new to Master League, this is basically the career mode where as a manager it's your job to make sure your team does well, sign the right players, get the right results, and move up through the ranks. And then once you do well, you'll get offers from other clubs to take up their jobs. Now at the beginning of the season, what you will see now is you kind of define what your goal is for the season. So if the game wants you to finish 6th this season, you can kind of choose to agree with that, or you can choose something lower or higher, depending on how confident you're feeling. But since we're starting with the default squad, I'm just going to agree with this, and let's see if we can try and make the top 6. Hey Benny, thanks for tuning in. So I'm actually gonna just go through the beginning of Master League first, and then I'm not much of a My Club player, but since I've just got the game and I've also got some pre-order packs, I believe, I think I might just unpack some. So there's also this, every now and then you'll get these sorts of cutscenes where you'll get to ask, where the press will ask you questions, but there's really no real consequence to this whatsoever. You answer whatever you want, and it's just like another one of those cosmetic cutscenes they add in. No relevance at all. Then yeah, I might just do my club as a separate video entirely. This is pretty much about Master League, so I think we'll stick to Master League for this one. So this is pretty much your home screen for Master League. It's again pretty much the same as what we had in PES 2020. Didn't expect any change there. So again, the colors will change according to which team you're playing as. Let's just jump into the team. So all these players you see on the screen here are no-name players. If you see their stats, they're all in the 60s, because this is pretty much the most basic Master League team that's been there since the PS2 days. Like some of these names like Arcas and Castelldine and these guys, they've been there since like PS2 days, at PS2 games. So they're like pretty much cult to PES fans. So which is why I always start with start with the default team, because to me like that's just like a tradition now. What else can I switch? Alright, I think that's pretty good. Oh wait, Arcas is missing. There he is. The legendary Arcas. Alright, might put him. Just bear with me while I sort this out. Alright. So a big part of Master League and a lot of my time is spent in negotiations. So getting the right players, building up your squad gradually is one of the more important tasks, and there's a lot of options to do that. The easiest is to kind of just promote guys from your youth system, but again, this is the default Master League squad, so you won't find too many players good enough. So the go-to strategy is look for free transfers that don't cost you any salary budget. So because this is the beginning of the season, we're currently in the transfer window, so might need to kind of dive in there and getting a few signings. So you also from time to time get offers, of course, for your players. You can choose whether you want to keep them or cash in, and not getting a lot of money for him, but yeah, my other goalkeeper options aren't great, so I'm just gonna end negotiations for this one. They also have the scouting system, which I pretty much find useless, so I'll have a look at what shows up, but I usually just turn this off straight away. This is not a bad suggestion though. Don't have the money for that. So what you can do, then the best way what I use is the advanced options, where you can kind of fine tune what you're looking for. So what I usually do is look for young guys, but right now I don't have the funds to really, so I'm just gonna set some basic requirements. minimum 65 ability. So speed is always a great criteria for me. Speed and sorry. Speed and acceleration. Again, 80 would be too high for someone to come in my budget. So annual salary, I'm going to cap it at 100k. It's a bit optimistic. Oh, it's not actually. Let's go 50k. So as you keep searching, on the top left you'll see how many players fit within the parameter. So 112 people fit this, so let's check it out. Looks promising. Young as well. Let's put him on offer. So again, the transfer fee is something you decide depending on what the club currently feels. You can either increase or lower. Right now the club is not very cool with my offer, so I'm just going to meet his release clause. So that means they have to agree, and then this player is already open to signing with the club. So this should be good enough. Let me try and like reduce it a bit. So you can negotiate with 5 players at a given point. So I'm going to try and bring in a few others. Okay, not bad. Okay, all right. Be good for now. So a lot of time is spent in menus in Master League. Now that depends on whether you like to get your hands dirty with the management aspect, but I think that's part of the appeal for Master League. Let's see what the scouts have brought. Yeah, so I'm just gonna turn scouting off entirely because most of the suggestions that comes up with are pretty bad. Again, if you're wondering why there's no music in this, I've actually turned the music off because the game does have licensed music and I don't want to get a copyright strike on that. So right, so all the 3 players that I've made offers to have agreed. Some have agreed to my terms, some want some changes, so I can either choose to renegotiate with them or just agree to whatever their demands are. This guy, he wants to bump up his salary by 3k. That's good enough. This is also fine. Oops. I don't have enough money for him now. Oh well. sell some players. So they have these like cutscenes again when you sign some promising young player, you sign a big superstar, you'll have these sorts of cutscenes. Again, there's absolutely no significance to it, there's no relevance to it, nothing you can do in these cutscenes or whatever. That, I mean, there's no to like rather than just go from screen menu option to menu option. It just breaks up that with a cutscene, but nothing more than that. So what you can also do in this game is you can also sign up as a national team coach in addition to a club team coach. All this means is that you will also have matches to play during the international transfer, the international what do you say, the international break, and you will also be able to enter all the international tournaments that happen. So now that you've signed new players, you can kind of slot them into your game plan. They usually show up at the bottom. So I'm going to replace some of these low level dudes. Alright, Carlson, not so bad, so I'll leave him for now. And who else we got? Right back. Yeah. You can also play around with the squad, the jersey numbers, but I'm just going to leave that as it is for now. Maybe move on to our first match. Again, if you're coming from PES 2020, you might notice different colors in the menus. These are some of the cosmetic changes that they've made in this game. Another one of those cutscenes that comes up during crucial times of the season, like before your first match or before a derby or before a title, like a final match or something like that. So again, absolutely just cosmetic. There is no significance to it whatsoever. Nothing you can do to change any outcome here. This is the match screen. You can choose whether you want to play it day or night. And you can choose the strip. This looks good. Visually, nothing has changed in the game. Nothing has changed in terms of the audio besides the soundtrack as well. Commentary is the same. They've added a few goal celebrations, but they haven't elaborated. I know the Griezmann confetti one is in there.
Well, it is that special time of the year where everyone starts as equals. Far back in the distance, memories of last season, positions and points tallies on the last day.
So the charm of this Master League, choosing the classic team, is that these guys are absolutely rubbish. Your team chemistry is at rock bottom. The individual player stats are quite poor. But the whole charm of this is that you grind and grind and grind and grind. You keep earning little money and you keep investing it in young promising players because you can't really afford any of the big stars, not for a long time. So just finding those hidden gems of players who will then kind of become part of your squad and grow with you over multiple seasons. That's the charm of Master League, and unfortunately Konami hasn't paid too much attention to it over the years. They have promised that when they do release the next gen PES game for PS5 and Xbox Series X, they will be reworking Master League as well.
Waiting to get the season underway.
Whether that'll happen or no,
equal on the
I'm
start
not
line.
gonna
Well, with
kind of
star
hold my
names
breath
and
for that
new
because they've been
faces
promising
both
that
on
for
the pitch
several years
and on the
now.
bench. Let's hope
So,
for a more
so one more thing that I want
attractive, competitive and
to walk through before
unpredictable
I
league.
begin
A better
is
product for all to see. Although I'm beginning
advanced
to think that we're
instructions. So you
asking
can kind of
for the
choose
impossible. We'll get
what
lots to
settings you want
analyse
your team to
and
take when
debate
you
come
start
what
out.
may as ever. And this ought to get us off to a busy
Champion
start. I've been
targets.
waiting for this quite a while, and I know you have too, Peter. So here we go.
So you can choose how your fullbacks play and things like that, how deep your defense is.
So it's away we go then.
So immediately, like switching from that Juventus Barcelona match to this one,
So new
it's
season,
just
and for
so
many too, of course,
so
that
much
means new
less
boss.
responsive,
Does
so
indeed.
No question,
so
that's
much
been a big talking
clunkier.
point.
Yeah, absolutely. The new
Getting
man's
the
certainly
players
excited talk
to make
about
the
his
passes
vision
go exactly where
ahead
you
of the
want them
game.
to. Players don't make runs like you expect them to. It's just one of those things that comes with
Well
a
positioned to
Master
make
League
that
Classic team.
interception.
Even first touches are not great.
Castledine.
So you really need to learn how to play this game all over again when you're
Carlson.
playing with this starter team.
Castledine. Arcas. It's good distance on it. That'll be a throw.
And top player should be a bit more manageable, but I usually play on
Defending, albeit
superstar,
from an
and
unexpected
that
source.
can
You
be
have to
quite a
admire
challenge.
commitment
Even
like
once
that,
you get the
because
better
he could
players,
easily
superstar
ignore
is a
that
bit
and just
punishing.
kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing. But instead, he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
One of the cool things about Master League is that
He's had a look. Arcas!
ooh,
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
not far. One of the cool things about Master League is because you can keep playing it endlessly. Like you can rack up 8 and 9 seasons of the game, and the cool thing is that some of the players will age and retire,
It's Jackerini.
and then they'll come back as 18, 19 year olds, 17, 16
It's
years
a
old
busy
even.
front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from penalty pucks.
Another very cool thing that I found over the years in Master League is that there'll be players you'll find through your transfer negotiations who you won't
It's
even
got
have
through
heard
to
of.
him. Koyos tries a shot.
Oh, on goal.
It is an own goal.
Well, that wasn't in the script, and you have to feel for him, Peter. It's ended in some embarrassment.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one.
Well, you can't ask for much better than that, Peter. Bang, bang, 2 in double quick time.
Ball's out on the left now.
So as I was saying, there's this.
Up to meet it.
So you might find players who you've never heard of in Master League, and over season they'll kind of turn into really good players, and then you might just find that like in the real world these players really kind of come through the ranks and become really good. And that's happened a lot of times over the years since I've been playing PES since the PS2 days, and it's very cool when you kind of see those. Like one is Tammy Abraham at Chelsea. I had him in my Master League team long before he even broke into the Chelsea first team, and then to kind of see him in the real world playing for Chelsea was kind of cool.
Carlson. He's made sure that that won't get through. Forward it goes. Arcas. Cleared away.
So like over there, I just waited for the striker to make the run, but he just wouldn't, and that's one of the limitations of this Master League squad. They just don't play the way you expect to. See, poor first touch.
Alistair is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hoists it forward. Good challenge, he just stood firm. takes a goal kick. Giorza.
At least now they actually have the commentators say out the names of these classic Master League players. Like back in the day, they wouldn't even bother giving them like that sort of dignity of having their names being called out.
Rid of that. And it's played forward. Done very well to intervene. Giorza. Castledine. Giorza. Castledine. Goyos. And they've been caught out here. Out to the left it goes. Carlson.
Too many
That's just
passes.
very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And it's Djordjevic. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Arkas. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
I mean, the AI in this game is pretty good. I mean, the whole reason Master League remains interesting after multiple seasons of playing with the same team is that the AI is... Sometimes it feels like they cheat almost, and there have been allegations of scripting and things like that. And I kind of can see where that comes from, because very often, like, I have a great Master League team and I'm winning and I'm top of the table, and suddenly I'll see teams really up their game and score goals out of nowhere. So maybe there is some... Oh fuck, what was that?
Play for a goal kick.
So maybe there is some truth to that scripting speculation that's going around. I mean, there's even talk of scripting happening in online matches where certain teams are just too good, and no matter how well you play, the AI will just conspire against you.
Still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Perugia going to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time. What? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
He got the ball.
Giaccherini. Hetic. Carlson. Over to the left. Carlson has a hit! And he's there to hoof it away. Filip Djordjevic with a good steal, well played. Plays it out to the wing. Just brushed off the ball there. Hetic. Vasil. Giorza. Arkas.
So one of the reasons you have to be so cautious with your build-up plays, because these players, especially the classic Master League team, they really lack skills. Like, you can't do clever flicks and turns with these guys.
And he's there to clear it.
I mean, I'm not that sort of player anyways. Like, even with the better players, I'm not really...
Quick ball forward.
I mean, even though I play the game a lot, I have no idea what most of the tricks are, because I really can't be bothered with those left stick, right stick combos and stuff like that. So this is pretty much my go-to strategy. Pass, 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 pass until you find a gap.
Tries to get it forward quickly. And now they can launch a counter. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's
So
no
this
two
is
ways
Master
about
League
it.
is a
This
lot
is what
like
they
this
have to do.
sometimes. It's just about, I mean, you have an objective to achieve, and so if it means sometimes you just need to grind wins out. And it's often quite rewarding just to even do that, because you come up with such difficult opposition that you just can't get past them. So if you do nick a
There's a
goal,
lot of football
you
still
just
to be
hold on
played,
to it for
Peter,
dear
so
life, and
ideally they need
it
to
can feel really
maintain
rewarding
an
when you
attacking
manage to do
endeavour.
that.
He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Looking to break out here. It's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Chance to shoot. Carlson!
So they're a fucking horrendous first touch. It just bobbled up. That should have been a goal.
Time and again they are repelled. Carlson. Arcas. Has a pop!
Oh.
Oh, and that should have been two.
Oh, and a real chance to pile on the pressure, and he'll be desperate to get another.
Kievo have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
So usually I used to play with a
Finds himself eased off the ball.
much more zoomed in camera angle, but I kind of like
takes
this.
control of it, and he's on the move.
I quite like the drawn out
There's
view
a
where I
real
can see my
appetite from them
fullbacks.
to finally put this
The
game
fuck?
to bed, but will they?
Uh-oh.
And a shot!
Three
They've
on one.
scored! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Need to sign a left back.
Aruja are making a change now. So here he is, making his first appearance in new colours. Kievo grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner. Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
They've been given a corner.
Nerves. Sometimes you just gotta hold on for the draw.
Concentration levels are very good.
Fresh
and
legs,
so is
fresh
the
legs, come
commitment.
on.
This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh,
He's
too
left
far,
his
too much,
man.
too much. Oh fuck!
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Pallister gets it back.
Wow, what a bad
And it's
pass.
Djordjevic. And it's been taken straight back. Hetic. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time.
Oh god,
Seifert.
terrible passing.
Has a quick glance. Chip through.
This is kind of what I mean by the scripting. Like right now they're playing like
Vrani with a fine tackle.
suddenly they raise their game to the point where it just doesn't make sense.
New season with a point. How do you look back on the game then,
Oh
Jim?
well.
Listen, a draw is never a bad thing on the opening day of a new season because so many players trying new methods, so not losing helps confidence while all that.
So I clearly, a gaping hole in my squad right now is a left back, where I don't really have a decent substitute off the bench. So I'm just gonna dive in and see if I can get a cheap free transfer. So as you can see, Messi has lost the beard in this game. There's some of these cheesy cutscenes every now and then. Again, they add absolutely no value to the campaign at all. Let's see if I can get a good left back, a good bargain for 40 bucks, 40,000 bucks. Wait, I need to select left back. Sort my salary. Too old. But too expensive. Okay, let's lowball him. So things get pretty hectic in Master League, and like player stamina, player fatigue comes into play, things like that. All right, both have accepted my offer. I have to pick one. This guy has. His Komilov is better and younger. Now what I'm gonna try and do is like get rid of some of the dead weight on my squad, hopefully get some offers for them at the very least have to not pay there. Not pay their wages. So you can put them on a transfer list. That means you'll get less transfer fee for them, but you'll at least get rid of the wages that way. So there's a lot of stuff, good ideas that they've built into this game. It's just that they haven't done anything. They haven't done enough to keep updating it, especially if you look at what FIFA does with its career mode. I still feel Master League is better, but at least FIFA does more to update it. Master League had a great base on which they could have built a lot, but they chose to rest on the laurels a lot. And a lot of that time has gone into, unfortunately, into my club, which is great for the people who enjoy that kind of game mode, but I think it shouldn't have come at the expense of Master League though. Another new signing cutscene. So this is one of the players that I put on a transfer list, and so inevitably you'll get an offer for that player. But as you'll see, the offer won't be that great in terms of transfer. Okay, the offer hasn't come in yet. He said 4 hours. So what you can do in the last year of transfer windows, you can actually progress to that day hour by hour, so that you can carry on your transfer business on the deadline day. So I guess we keep going hour by hour until that offer comes in. Okay. So Gyorza is one of those players who's not that great stats wise, but he's worth a lot of money. So yeah, as you can see, his stats are not that great, but he does fetch a decent amount. So I mean, you get 5.5 million for him, and you save 200 on transfers, on salary. So I'm just gonna accept that. So oftentimes the management will tell you that, look, the deal that you're being offered for a player is too steep and you should negotiate down and get a better price for him. And so that's one of the cool things in the cutscene, but that's the only real cutscene interaction that adds any real value. D Mayor, the lowest rated player on the squad, market transfer fee 27,000. His actually salary is more than his transfer fee, but that's 37 grand we save, so we accept. And now this means that I can sign that midfielder that I've agreed with. Oops, so yeah, not selling Arcas, but okay, Melikov. And negotiation, now you're looking at the offer. No, starting goalkeeper. I'm gonna turn that one down as well. So now that I don't want to do anything else and this transfer window, I can just straight away head to the next day. feels strange to play this game without music. So training is another thing. I'll just quickly walk through that. You can pretty much choose what parameters you want, as in what play style you want for each of your players, and accordingly it will work on those player stats. For example, Arcas, right now he's balanced, so it will work. If you see the arrows next to each attribute, right now in balance it will pretty much work on each attribute equally. But if you choose a different one, say goal poacher, so you'll see acceleration is being focused on more than others. So as you choose different roles for your players, they will work on different attributes. So target man, you can see he's more physical, he's able to hold up play better. A creative playmaker will be more on the skills on the dribbling side and the ball control. I mean, I'm gonna go with dummy runner because I like my guys pacey. Again, box to box is guys who can do a lot of running. The other kind of training is skill training, which is basically where you can assign special skills to players. I think right now I don't have any players who might be eligible for any of these. So gives me, for example, I have 2 players eligible. So what this does is it allows players to win free kicks when they're on the ball. So if you choose this, it allows you to choose one player to give this training to. So if I choose this guy, it'll take 30 days now for this player to learn this skill. So you can, once this guy's training is over for skill training, I can pick some other player and so on.
The opening day of the competition accompanied by all the regular hope and expectation. The entrants start together on the same line. Everybody has nothing.
Oh, this is Coppa
This
Italia.
competition have provided so much drama down the years, so much romance as well. This year's vintage will no doubt do the same. You can sense that extra spring expectancy in everybody's step, even those of the officials. So let us hope that it lives up to billing. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. First day of the competition, always a special day and a cause for universal optimism.
Do you know, I think that's true, Peter. I think fans and players alike need to change every so often, and a different feel from the standard routine, and this creates a whole new excitement, and let's get to it.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Biancon. Pallister. And it's played forward. Goyos. And the counter is on. He's left his man. Shot at goal! Good stop. Wasn't easy.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that.
The defending is a bit tricky in this game because if you get too aggressive and start chasing the guy on the ball, they can easily turn you. So it's like showing restraint is actually quite important than defending in this game.
To register a shot on target. Arcas. Forward it goes. A real chance to break. Looks to play him in. It's a minor communications breakdown. Arcas. Arcas spreads it towards the left. Castledine floats one over. Tries to get it forward quickly. Good idea, just poorly executed. Carlson. Castledine. Hoists it forward. Vasil does well to read it and intercepts. Pallister. Pallister unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Good ball. Oh, great ball! Melikov deals with it effortlessly. Yankon boasts the best record in the team when it comes to receiving passes. Pallister. It's a loose ball. Breaks on here. Lobs it in gently. Nicely measured pass. He's got through. Eriksson. Cuts it out. Tried to play it through.
That was centre back through
He's offering an
pass.
apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
This is promising. And now they can launch a counter right through the middle.
Nice.
Pallister. And it's played forward. Carlson has a hit!
Yeah.
He's done it! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing!
And looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
I mean, this is the Coppa Italia, so even if I get through this round, I'm going to end up playing
And
guys
that ought
like
to be the trigger for a really
Juventus
exciting
and
and
Napoli
entertaining game from here on.
more progress. So enjoy it while it lasts, but once it gets to those
Carlson.
levels,
Arcas. Perugia got their goal at the end of the first half, and it's 1-0. Tries to get it clear. That'll be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. More than decent game up to now. Any strong opinions on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking nous, and it's paying dividends.
Perugia leading 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. Perugia carrying a one-goal lead. He's made sure that that won't get through. Keeper sends it forward. Castledine. Just brushed off the ball there. Defenders on the back foot. There's a long ball. Ah, he'd have done well to reach that. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Arcas. Yankon is officially the best player in the team when it comes to receiving passes. Battles to win it back. Tries a shot!
Again, let me mention what a wonderful stop the goalkeeper pulled off there. Really wonderful.
Chance to cross here. Drives it towards the front.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
That intervention was very necessary.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Hold on for the points.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Vasil. Castledine. Vasil drives it forward. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's been won straight back. Out to the left it goes. And that has been clubbed away. Castledine. Arcas.
Oh,
Looking
just
to get there first. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Goes down, but nothing given. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stop. That's a pop!
oh,
He
fuck.
scored! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
So here comes a substitution. Carlson has been withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, get your seatbelts on, because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
Here it comes. Goyos proving impossible to wrestle off the ball. Real chance! Size all around the ground. Horrible miss.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead now.
Eriksson. Goyos. Over to the left.
Hey, what the fuck was that?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
What
Well
lovely
played,
defense.
he saw that coming.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Sprayed out wide.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Both sides a bit too casual in possession. Pallister. Get that clear. There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Mikhailov, more than happy to take the muscular approach.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
He's there to hoof it away. And that is that. Only a draw in the home leg. It tips the tie against them with an away game to come. Some final thoughts, Jim?
Oh, back-to-back legs. So here's when you'll probably see the effects of fatigue that accumulate over matches. Now, since there was 2 days between the matches, so we're gonna have to switch up the Unfortunately, I don't have much of a squad to play around with here. Let's go with this.
Have left themselves with quite a bit of work to do here. They were not able to maximise their home advantage. They come into this needing to win. It is a tough ask based on what we know about the home team today. The travelling fans are giving this as good as they get. It is a feisty atmosphere, you would expect that. They should be able to get the game underway very soon. And it is a game all of which you will be glued to, I'm sure. We have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. Win away from home, or they're out in the first round.
Well, look, Peter, it's sink or swim time, quite simply. Now,
Chance! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Soric. Eriksson. Pallister. Oh, good interception. Gets it upfield. Vrani gets it back.
Oh,
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. It could be in here. Goes for goal. Decent enough try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Hetic. Carlson. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now.
Pallister! Well, that is rather wayward.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
Hetic. Carlson. Floats one over. Carlson needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Goes for goal! And he's there to make a great save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Cuts it out. Goes direct to the front line. Good idea, just poorly executed. Mikhailov. Hoists it forward. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Seifert. Petic. Mikhailov. Over to the left. Soric. It's a great hit one! It's in! Oh, that's not going to count. And we go again.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Vrani. Seifert. Pallister. Vrani. Mikhailov. Carlson. And out to safety. Arkas. Quick run. Has a hit! And oh! We've got a goal! And they have an aggregate lead. He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
Perugia take the lead and take charge of the tie. Forward it goes. Eriksson. Petic. Perugia are leading with half-time drawing close. Seifert. Arkas. Carlson. The breakthrough came in the final moments of the first period, and the score is 1-0. Ball's loose, who's getting there? In towards the middle.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more miss than hit.
Arkas. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Tries to stroke it through. That is going to be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close fought half of football, one that still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. A decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Perugia having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. So we're already into the second period. Perugia carrying a one-goal lead. Looks to clip it forward. Massive lead! There's a goal! Back where we started! Now can they grab another? What a great header, got plenty on that.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Perugia concede. We're now level here and on aggregate. Done very well to intervene. Arcas. Drives it towards the front. Needed a better pass there. And it's played forward. And he's there to cut it out. Vrani. And the counter is on. What a ball this has turned out to be. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Oh, super tackle. They were under the cosh.
That's clear cut. It's a free kick. For goal! This could fall anywhere. Hetic. Well, what about it? Extraordinarily, they have been denied as late and as dramatically as can be. Hoists it forward. Well, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. Plays it out to the wing. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Arcas. And the break is on. He's left his man. Arcas. Pallister. Vrani, the scorer already in the game. And it's been taken straight back. Arcas. And the shot! It's in! They have edged ahead overall. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Perugia take the lead both in this match and on aggregate.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Has a pop! Get that clear.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
That intervention was very necessary.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Shoots!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Ericsson. Biancon. Palestine. Good and the finish! There it is! And they get themselves in front! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
That just goes to underline why they're in this position. The ability to grind out results when things aren't quite going to plan. The signs of a top team.
Mihailov. Played into space out wide. It's broken loose. Right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. So a chance to deliver a ball into the box. Looking to dink it in. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. It is just a question of running down the clock now. It's good progress he's made. Shot a goal! And the ball's come out! And that's been levered clear. And that is the last effort of the game. Perugia are through. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Look, you often need resolve and resilience when under more pressure away from home, but I thought their efforts deserved that.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this first look at PES 2021 and also our first look at Master League in this year's game. I mean, as you can tell, it's if you've played last year's game, there's not much new in it, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same, and I hope you have a better idea of what the game is like now. Do let us know if you'd like to see more of PES 2021, and we'll be sure to stream that for you. Until then, see you guys.